The red color of the vestments and the chalice veil tell you that today we celebrate the feast in memory of a martyr. His name's Saint Boniface. And the name Boniface comes from bonifacio, which means somebody who did good deeds. He was a good deed doer, Bonifacio, known as the apostle to Germany. He was a monk of the Benedictine order, and that is the order of religious that got us through the Dark Ages and preserved learning and the sacred scriptures. He was a priest, he became a bishop, and he died as a martyr in the company of 20 or 30 other martyrs in Germany. So during this month of June, we have lots of martyrs. He was born in London in the late 1600s, and he was sent across the Channel to evangelize Holland. That was tough. It's still tough in Holland today. And Germany. And he was the builder of the church in Europe as Europe was beginning to become a political reality. He established many of the dioceses that are still in existence in Europe today. He drew those maps. And many of his letters and homilies are still intact. And some think he is the person who started the tradition of the Christmas tree. How about that, St. Boniface? We will never know, but I like that story, and we'll lay it on him. Now, in the gospel, Jesus says that the good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. And if you think about that, it seems amazing, because a shepherd is a human being and a sheep is just a little animal. Well, we can understand it metaphorically, and that is the person who is greater, more noble, more powerful, will lay down his life for those who are weaker and smaller and younger and all of the rest. And Jesus points out that the good shepherd, listen to this, he says the bad shepherd, the hired man, works for pay. He works for pay. And he's got no concern for the sheep. He just wants his money. That's why he's working. And I was thinking about that because we often come up with this question here at Relevant Radio, and any of the other good works in the church, which are mission-focused, is it possible to work for no pay? Not if you have to pay for your housing and your car and your insurance and your children's tuition and food and all that. Maybe a few people could work for no pay if they're independently wealthy, but people have to be paid. So how do you become the good shepherd who does not work for pay? Who is the good shepherd who does not work for pay? Because we admire their love and generosity, those who serve others so selflessly for no pay. And I was thinking about a movie I saw a couple years ago. I think it was in Italian, and it was made in Italy, about a saint from Naples, Saint Giuseppe, and the name escapes me, but he was a medical doctor, and he was one of the fellows who did original research in diabetes. So he was born into a fairly wealthy and influential family in Naples. And he was in love with a woman, but she said, look, you got to make a choice. It's either your medical practice or me. And, since it's an Italian movie, it looked like a pretty hard choice, right? And he said, no, I love you, but I got to take care of the people. I just got to take care of the people. And he threw his whole heart into taking care, and many of these people were poor. And sometimes they couldn't afford the medicine, so he would give them a chair from the living room. Here, take this down and sell it, and then you have the money to buy your medicine. And then another chair, and then the china, and then the silver. And then his sister who lived there said, you're giving the whole place away. And he wound up giving everything away, all the art, all of the heirlooms, all the antiques. And it was a very inspiring story that he was so moved. He was truly the good shepherd to these people. But I was thinking, are there any other good shepherds today who take care of little people and don't work for pay? And then I realized, oh yeah, there are lots of good shepherds out there. They call them parents. I never paid my parents for raising me. They didn't send me a bill at the end of the month for feeding me or teaching me or taking to the doctor. No, you just get a handout for 22 years, right? You just get a handout. So parents are the good shepherds. They are the good shepherds par excellence. They lay down their lives for and they don't think anything of it because they do it out of love. They're the good shepherds who take care of the health of their children, take care of their body, and take care of their soul. And I understand why St. Josemaria would say that the fourth commandment was the easiest commandment for him. The fourth commandment is honor your father and mother so that your days may be long upon this earth.